Hi all! Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Hello again, you guys, and welcome back to the WME Royal Rebranding of Harry and Meghan Part 2. All right, let's jump in. We have a lot to cover. Let's go. So here we go, guys. The rebranding is starting. They're going to be, let's not forget, we're going to be in Japan. We're going to be in Singapore. Then we have to go back to Europe, to Germany. They're about to run around. And I think, in my opinion, Harry and Meghan are going to try to turn this into a royal tour like they did when they went to New York to the 9/11 memorial and all of those things. Now, I wonder how these places are going to handle this. So remember, it's been announced as part of the rebranding that Harry is going to Tokyo and he's going to have a summit that's going to cover philanthropy. But philanthropy means that you like to donate money and help others, and the only money that Harry and Meghan donate is money that other people have given him through Archewell. 3 days later, Harry's going off to Singapore for the Santa Bale Polo Cup match, which we all know was set up in Singapore because that's where the Earthshot Prize is going to be. And so he's trying to get them to treat him the way they're going to treat Catherine and William when they show up. Then they're jetting off to Germany, to Dusseldorf, which will be, I would say it would be their first joint public appearance, but that's not true. We're going to cover that in the next video, all right? So they're going to jet over from California. It'll be interesting to see if they fly commercial or private jet. It'll also be interesting to see if they take the children. Now, this event is also taking place, they've set it for 1 day after the anniversary of the Queen's death, because of course they're going to try to grab the headlines. This is what they do. They could have pushed it back a week, but no, that's not the way it's going to work. Of course, it's always, let's grab. This is what they do. Now remember, they didn't go home on Air Force One because it wouldn't have taken them right to their children who they had been away from for 3 weeks. But on this trip, they're going to be gone over 2 weeks. Well, here we go, you guys. It came out in the paper that Meghan is going to moderate a farewell show for the families and competitors on the 16th. Yes, she's going to moderate it. Harry is simply going to be there to give a speech. I think this is turning into the Meghan Horse and Pony show. And a big thank you to Sneaky on Twitter for this information. You know, when they went to Germany last time, it was seen as a quote-unquote part royal tour because the police closed junctions. They set up roadblocks, and the city officials rolled out the red carpet, even though they insisted that Harry and Meghan's visit was private, that they were protected by their own security team that they footed the bill for. But we all know this was a pseudo-royal visit. We all knew what it was. Now, the German president is going to be there also to give a speech. That's fine. I'm sure he'll just be nice to Harry. No more, no less. And if you notice, have I not told you guys before that they're going to dangle the kids? If you look at the bottom, the closing, ceremony is the day after Harry's birthday. And do you think that they'll let Archie be there? Wouldn't that just be wonderful to bring Archie to witness his father's incredible legacy? Dangle, dangle, dangle. And may I also remind you that the last time they had the Invictus Games, Meghan showed up in hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of clothing and hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of jewelry in front of people that are living on a fixed budget. Wouldn't it be nice if she wore some, $50 jeans and donated that money to people that, needed it? I think that would have been nice. I mean, besides the fact that she's already taking the attention away from people, because look at the title of this article that just passed, The Duchess in Dusseldorf. Nobody's paying attention to the people that are there competing. It's really, guys. I mean, the only thing Harry really has left is the Invictus games, and she's literally taking it away from him. It's unbelievable. So the big question is, are they going to stop in the UK and visit King Charles and Queen Camilla? Are they going to bring the kids and let the kids spend time with the grandfather and the grandmother? My bet is going to be no, because they can't face them after all the lies they told about them in the public. And may I remind you that the last time they flew to the UK, they were well aware that the Queen was dying. They knew she had bone cancer. The Queen asked to see them. They said no. They went on to the One Young World Summit, where Meghan gave a speech where she referenced herself 57 times in 5 minutes. And even during that event, Harry looked absolutely miserable. Like, He's not happy, you guys. You can't spin it any other way. So going back to the Invictus games, remember, this is going to be Meghan's catwalk once again, just like last time, okay? Now, let me remind you that at the last Invictus games, Harry looked miserable. Absolutely miserable. I'm sorry, but in every picture, whether he's standing on the stage, whether he's sitting with Meghan, I think he knew what was happening. I think he knew he was being pushed aside for Meghan. He looked miserable. This picture was taken at the end. This picture was taken at the beginning, at the opening ceremony. And once again, Harry had his head down. He looked absolutely miserable. I happen to agree with this Twitter user that she's probably going to prance around in a wrinkled Dior knockoff and Colt's playing something like Princess Diana wore, because after all, that's what she did last time. Everybody wondered why she didn't have her suit tailored to fit like Catherine wore it, because that's the way Diana wore it. See it? Or how about this outfit that was obviously something that Diana wore? She continues to try to draw parallels between her and Diana, just like the near catastrophic car chase with the paparazzi after the event in the Big Apple. Let us remind you that the mayor himself came forward and said it was untrue. It could not have happened that way. They asked for Harry and Meghan to turn over their footage. Harry and Meghan refused to turn their footage over to police. As a matter of fact, instead, they demanded the footage from the paparazzi that they said were aggressively chasing them. Come to find out that wasn't true either. This was supposed to be more of, look, they tried to chase her to death just like they did my mother. But it just didn't work out that way. All right, you guys, thank you for hanging out for video number 2. Now we have video number 3 coming up, which is going to be the last one of today. So let's go.